Hey, what's up, Ricardo? Thanks for the good luck. Alright, so do a pro qualifying round. This will be my last pro qualifying round because I just played my Sky Pro account right before this. Shot a -15. Not, terrible by any means. Very close on a lot of the par 3s and par 5s. I think my drops were all the par 4s. So still working, kind of like expert this morning, still working on getting the par 5s and the par 3s dialed in, but very close, so we'll see what we can do here. But we're going to be playing Thor 4 with a Titan. We're going to set up with a Zerk. Hey, appreciate the good luck. What's up, McDillson? Yeah, man, Rainmakers, here we go. See if we can hit perfect. See if we can get an opponent. There we go. Alright, so like I said, playing with the Titan, but I'm going to set up with a Zerk. So we're going to go about 6.2 backspin, 2 left spin. Yellow ring touching the left rough at P5 max. And then I'm going P5 plus 10 using the Zerk wind. Kind of 12, but maybe favoring 1159 a little bit. So I'm going to go 5.2 rings. Switch to my Titan, and I'm still looking for a reference point for this, but I'm looking to do about a third ball of curl. So this is like a quarter, something like that. And we hit perfect, so that's good. Plenty of space from the right. Yeah, so still left. Not way. I mean, we're getting closer for sure. And the speed looks great. I almost might go a little bit more backspin, honestly, because the more I curl it, the more it's going to carry and kind of push past the hole. So maybe switch to 6.3, even 6.4 backspin, and then I just need a little bit more curl.
Great shot.
But I think a half a ball of curl is going to be too much. So I need to figure out some sort of reference that puts me right in the middle. That's repeatable as well. That's the toughest part, is with curl, at least, unless you're doing like a max curl or whatever, being able to find a repeatable curl. And unfortunately, my typical repeatable curls, where I'm, the edge of the ball is touching a certain portion of the power circle, I'm not really able to kind of find myself in that position. So unless I'm going to change up my spin, which I don't really want to change up my spin, although I can't really change up my side spin if I'm going to go with the Titan. And the reason I'm going with the Titan versus the Kingmaker is because I want that extra wind to make sure that when I adjust, I bring it back into the power 3 range, because I had one practice round where I used a Kingmaker and I think I just had super low wind, and it might have been flatter as well, but it had me at like plus 18 after the adjustment. So even when I switched to the Kingmaker, it popped me back 2 yards. So I want to make sure I can avoid that as well. But getting there, safe enough eagle. And like I said, I had plenty of room away from the rough, plenty of room away from the bunker, so the landing area, even with a great ball, I think was fine. And then just putts, and I think, you know, if I hit great right or something, it'd probably be a chip. It's still easy chip for eagle, but would definitely like to get that hole-in-one at some point, preferably in the weekend round, I suppose.
Great shot.
Oh, sit. What's up, Brandon? Thanks for the good luck, man. Alright, so we're going to go with 1 top spin, no side spin. I want the yellow ring touching the fairway with the ball guide. Kind of through the hole like that. I'm going wind +1, so I'm going to go 6.6 rings. And kind of like a slight 1201 favor. See if we can hit perfect. Hey, perfect. Get in the hole.
Shot.
And now we're missing right. All right, so
Nice on.
I think actually I just came up short, so maybe I need to avoid the 1201 or play it a little bit more left. Probably even just slight. If I probably go another 0.1 rings, and it'll bring it in a little bit slower and catch the curve as well. I don't know. I think should have it pretty well situated, I think, through the opening round, by the weekend round, but just on both sides of it through the qualifying round. But it's alright. No worries. What's up, Flip? Thanks for the good luck, man. Hole 3, I actually had a bit of an issue with my account that I just played. Tee shot going through the fairway. So I'm going to back off a little bit on my top spin. Hopefully it'll still be enough to clear the rough, but then not be, I guess, speedy enough to roll through. But I think even if it doesn't clear, it should still just clip the rough and trickle out into the fairway and have hopefully no issue with a big dog approach. So let's see, going with Titan, extra mile 7, and then I got big dog 6 on this account, big dog 7 on my other account. See if we can hit perfect on the tee shot, since I'm going to be max OPing an extra mile, which is never fun. Hey, thanks for the good luck. Is it Gabe? Gabe? Appreciate the good luck, man. Co-president of clan family, 12 clans, nice. That's awesome, man. Good luck to you guys.
Great shot.
I think maybe another thing too with the last hole was the wind that I just had was high. Like I had low wind on my previous account, and then I had higher end wind on this account. So I think just kind of the secondary push was a little bit greater. So maybe like with higher wind, maybe if I had gone with 0.9 topspin versus 1 topspin. I don't know. Alright, so I'm playing this one, P3 plus 10, red ring touching the left rough, 3 top, 2 left. Then I'm going to do a 2 ring push up after the adjustment. And then max OP, hopefully hit perfect. And we do. So let's see what 3 top gets me. 1, see if it gets over. 2, make sure it doesn't go too far. Clears it just barely, and it looks like it's gonna. All right, so that's perfect. Now, I almost feel like maybe I don't want to like get crazy, I guess. I'd like to clear the rough by a little bit more, and that was obviously a lower wind, I think, than the lower end of the Titan wind. So again, kind of talking about the secondary wind effect. It's not quite giving you the same push. Hold on, let me focus on my second shot real quick. Make sure I don't screw it up. Yeah, I hope I can get one more card, just because I'd like a little bit more topspin. I'm sitting at 1 card away from Big Dog 7. But we're doing max top, 1 right. And I'm playing this one minus 20. And I'm basically looking in this little... See, so, yeah, see if I had more, I could play it back there better. I really don't want to go too far. Alright, so I want the second bounce to kind of land in that section. But we got a little bit of tailwind, so I'm going to bring it back for secondary wind effect. But I'm playing this at minus 20. So I'm sitting at plus 8, which is about power 2. So I'm playing this P2 minus 20. I'm going to go 2.3 rings. And a little bit over. And we hit perfect, so that's good. So let's see what kind of bounce this gives us. Clip the rough, clip the rough. Alright, good. Go in the hole. Ooh, very close.
Nice on.
I'll take that. That's pretty nice. So if you guys saw me kind of moving back and forth in my landing spot, I was able to play it back further on my other account with the Big Dog 7 because I have more topspin. So the second bounce is going to be going further. And if you saw, as I kind of initially pulled back around the plus 2 yardage mark or so, you could see how it was like shooting it to the ground and then it started bouncing back up. So I was playing it further back with my Big Dog 7 account, again, because I have more topspin, and I was able to get to the same landing spot for the second bounce that I wanted. I had to play it a little bit further forward with the Big Dog 6 because I don't have as much topspin. So I was sort of more in the realm of that part where it shoots it down and then immediately kind of gives it a big pop-up. And it's risky because depending on where you set up, you might catch a bad bounce and then completely fly the rough on the second bounce landing. So if you guys saw me kind of moving back and forth, looking at where it bounces, I played it back into the portion of the fairway that shoots it down more, knowing that with the tailwind, the slight tailwind that I have, it's going to push it forward on me, and I'm going to land more in the spot that's going to push it to the area that I want it to land. And it worked out perfectly. So just something to be mindful of as you guys are setting up. There's a lot of kind of weird undulations, I guess, in the fairway there. And if you're trying to play a second bounce rough bump, then you really got to make sure that you're setting yourself up in the right spot to account for the extra push forward that the tailwind's going to give you. So you don't want to miss the fairway and bounce over into the back bunker or the back rough, but two, you don't want to play it too short and not come out of the rough either. So things to think about. Let's see, hole 4. All right, so I came up just a little bit short on my last account on this hole, so hopefully I'm adding a little bit more topspin. Hopefully this will remedy. Oh, I also changed my left spin, so I didn't even update my notes on the left spin, but we'll fix that now. All right, so we're gonna go 2.1 topspin, 1 left spin, just a little bit. Switch to any ball with 1 side spin. I want the red ring touching the fringe with the ball guide through the middle of the hole, just like that. And then I'm just going 1 wind per ring. So we'll go 5.2 rings. Something like that. And see if we can hit perfect. And we do, so let's see where this one goes. See if it's got enough to get there and be on the right line. I like the camera angle. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. There we go. Dead center.
Hole in 1.
Awesome. Alright, well that's good. I think that's my first par 3 drop, at least in pro. I don't think I've dropped any par 3s in expert, and I've gotten 1 drop in master. Hey, what's up, Scott? Yeah, good time to walk in. So yeah, that was 2.1 top, 1 left, red ring touching the fringe with the ball guide through the middle of the hole, and then just a 1 wind per ring adjustment. And I think I'm trying to pull as 12 as I can, but I think if anything maybe favor 1201. I don't know, hard to say. Alright, hole 5. So this worked out really well on my last account. But now I think it's time to find out whether it's going to be a consistent. And I'm playing a power hook with Thor and Kingmaker. So we'll find out here, I guess, whether it's going to be consistent or not. Hopefully it will be. But again, you know, dealing with specifically the issue will be the wind angle. So if it's a little bit more, because it was the first time on my last account that I'm referring to, first time that I was able to clear the rough on the second fairway, and then it, you know, rolled up to, I had about a quarter wedge left or whatever, very close. But typically what's been happening is I've been clipping the rough and just trickling out and having sort of a mid-range to max wedge shot, which, you know, I'd rather be quarter wedge, obviously, but even having a max range wedge is not
Great shot.
the worst thing in the world. Although with the EB4, you definitely need to hit perfect if you want it to drop, assuming your adjustment's correct. So I think the issue will become the wind angle, whether it's more flat or whether it's more tail. Tail being preferred, obviously, because then I'll get a better push over the next fairway. But we're playing max top, 1 right, blue ring touching the left rough at max extension, let it fall, and I'm doing a 10% adjustment to account for the wind. So I'm gonna go 3.4 rings. Then, so looks like we have a pretty decent tailwind. Square it up, and I'm gonna do a 14 ring kind of power hook adjustment. Did I just see somebody in my backyard? No, shadows. And we'll see what happens. Alright, so it looks like it's going to clip. Oh yes, significantly clip. So now I think I'm going to use a Titan from now on, actually. Because I think either the lower end wind or yeah, could be the wind was low. Yeah, maybe. It's hard to say. I think, yeah, obviously a higher wind is going to push me further up and more at it. So I think, yeah, from now on I'm going to use a Titan on this hole and not a Kingmaker. I don't need any side spin. I just need the one bar side spin. So I got that with the Titan. And I think the extra wind will be beneficial. I don't really know. I'm just sort of adjusting. Maybe it'll go in, maybe it won't. Perfect would have been close-ish.
Nice on.
Alright, no worries. But yeah, so Titan from now on, I think, just so I have as much wind as I can. If you guys have Zerks to spare, you could always set up with a P3 ball. Like, do everything the same. Set up with a Titan or whatever. Or set up with a King. I mean, it doesn't matter. Set up with a Titan or a Kingmaker. Any P3 ball. And then you could always switch to a Zerk. Make sure you're adjusting, obviously, for Zerk wind. But then you could switch to a Zerk. So, again, you just have that extra wind push. And I don't think it'll be an issue with, like, carrying too far, necessarily. And going into the water. As long as you're adjusting correctly and whatnot. But, like, set up, you know, P3 range, and then just switch to a Zerk ball right before you power hook it, just for that extra wind push. So, unfortunately, I've only got two Zerks on this account, and I don't necessarily want to use a Zerk on that hole anyway. I think a Titan will be fine, but I think the strength of the wind will certainly be a factor of getting over, whether or not you get over the to the second fairway or not. So, hey, what's up, MD Shaman Hassan? Appreciate the good luck. What's up, Neo? Appreciate the good luck, man. Trying to get some BAMs. Got a couple so BAMs, but still just getting it all figured out Wednesday and whatnot. But we'll definitely should be dialed in by the weekend. All right, so we're going Thor Sniper with a Titan. I'm using quite a few Titans this tournament. Usually it's mostly Kingmakers and the occasional Zerk, depending on the hole. But we're using a lot of Titans this week, which is good too. I've got plenty to spare, so.
Perfect shot.
All right, max top, 2 right. Red ring touching the right rough at max extension, let it fall. And then we're gonna go 10% adjust, so I'm gonna go 4.2 rings. And we're gonna push back up to max. And then max OP. And we hit perfect, so that's
shot.
always good. Roll, roll, roll. All right, good.
Great shot.
Alright, so I'm going to find the min line with my sniper. And then I'm wanting to put the yellow ring kind of 5 rings past it. So I'm looking where the white ring is and then just kind of pushing up there. And then I'm going to spin. So I'm about a square short. And for now, I'm just playing this one win minus 0.5. I'm going to go 4.8 rings. If I need to get more specific with my adjustments as the tournament progresses, I will. And we hit perfect at least. Get in the hole.
Shot.
Oh man, so close. Alright, I still need to take a little bit more off. Perfect speed. Just need to take a little bit more off. And I'm setting up in the same spot every time. 5 rings past the min line. So the adjustment will be the same, which is why I feel, well, I should say the adjustment will be the same. I just don't know if wind minus X number of rings will be applicable, will work every time. What did I have? I had 5.3.
Perfect
I went
shot.
4.8.
Nice on.
So that's P2 min plus 15. Now if I had higher end wind, which I think the most I've had with, the most I can recall off the top of my head at least, with a Titan is 7.5. So yeah, 7.5, we're looking at 6.8. So wind minus X number of rings is not going to work, unfortunately, for every wind, depending on if you have low wind or high wind. So I think the way that I need to adjust this now, because I want to say if I'd have done 0.2 less, so if I'd have gone 4.6 rings, so P0 plus 15. So P0 min plus 15. That's what I'm gonna try next time, which will be in the opening round. So, and we'll see how that works. Now the only thing is, with less of an adjustment, because you're dealing with tailwind, it's gonna, you're gonna be obviously landing closer to the hole, so you're gonna have more speed. The speed on that was perfect. So I just need to make sure, instead of being like a square short, maybe just be like a little more than a square short, having the ball guide end a little more than a square short of the hole, just to account for the extra distance that you're going to be carrying in relation to the landing spot that you initially set up. So All right, well, we'll see how that works. Yeah, or like Jeff says, use 20% slider. But also, so I know I've mentioned this before, but just so everybody's clear again, I always use Sniper 10. Like, I have Sniper 9s on both my pro accounts, but I always just use Sniper 10 numbers. So whenever I'm referencing any kind of adjustments in any division, it's always with Sniper 10, regardless of what level sniper I'm using. So, FYI. Alright, hole number 7. So I came up just a hair short on this hole on my last account. I think it was online, just short. And I was doing no spin, so I'm gonna do like 0.1 top spin, and hopefully set up everything else exactly the same and see a drop. We'll see. So again, so this, for example, I'm using Sniper 10 numbers here, not and I do have a low wind, so I'm going to do like 2 ticks past no spin. So I want red ring touching the rough, ball guide towards the hole. Going P3 max plus 25, favor 1201. So I'm going to go 6 rings. And we hit perfect, so get in the hole. Looks right. Like miss right, I mean. Alright, very close. Good speed. Got to the hole that time, so that's always a plus. Obviously it's not going to drop if you don't get it to the hole. Yeah, just, I guess another 0.1. Another 0.1 in the adjustment, and it's perfect. So, you know, you can stick with P3 max plus 25, and then just add 0.1, or you can figure out whatever new settings to create. But I think with that same topspin, same pull angle, same setup and everything, I think another 0.1 ring, and that's gonna be money. And it'll also help to speed out a little bit, because, you know, it'll still get to the hole, but it just won't be as quick through it. So, all right. So hopefully we'll start seeing some consistency with that one as well through the opening round. But very close for sure.
Nice on.
Walk out so you can walk back in a hole in one. Dancing around the par 3s, man. So basically what I'm doing there, Scott, when I'm switching to the basic ball, or anytime you ever see me switch to any other ball besides the one that I'm going to end up using, I'm either utilizing the spin, side spin specifically, aspects of the ball, or I'm utilizing the power aspects of the ball. So you'll see me various shots, like I got, you know, hole 5 in expert, I'm setting up with a marlin, and then, you know, at the very end switching to a kingmakers. That's what I'm going to be hitting. But I'm using the power 0 aspect of the ball to set up the way that I want to set up. So in this case, I switched to a basic ball so I can cut out any side spin, and it's just a more consistent way of doing that, instead of, you know, looking at the spin bars and, you know, like, okay, no side spin. Like, there's always just, like, you just never know. You might have just one little pixel of side spin, and you'd be surprised how much of a difference the littlest things make. So for like I said, for that specific shot, I'm just trying to get rid of all side spin completely. So I switch to the basic ball and then switch back. So Alright, so now we're gonna go Thor and Thorn. See if we can hit perfect. So far this one's been good on perfect. And I've been like within a 2-yard window for the drive. So it's always nice to be able to hit to the same spot, relatively same spot every time. Makes for a much easier to dial in and approach when your range of distance is very small. So on this drive, Scott, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to switch to a side spin 2-ball after I set my relative spin. So I'm going to do max top, and I'm throwing max right here just because I have 3 bars with the Kingmaker. But then, like I said, I'm going to switch to a side spin 2-ball because I only want 2 side spin. Back to my Kingmaker, which is what I'm going to use. Setting up with the white ring, touching the right rough at P3 max. And then I'm just doing a 10% adjustment. If anything, you kind of want to maybe favor 1159 a little bit, just to kind of push yourself away from that right rough a little bit. We're going 3.2 rings. And we hit perfect.
Perfect shot.
Should be around 346, 47, 48. Usually it's been about in there. We'll see if this will be the different time that I'm not prepared for. 346. All right. Hey, what's up, Gideon? It's going all right. Going all right. Learning a lot for sure. Very close on a few holes, but definitely picking up some good info. I feel like good info to bring through into the opening round, where I think we'll really be able to start dialing everything in.
Great shot.
Alright, so we're going to go 3 backspin, no side spin. And I'm looking to just have the ball guide about a square short, in line with the hole. And I'm playing this one P3 plus 10 at 55%. So we'll go 2.6 rings. And we hit perfect.
Perfect
Get in the hole. Boom. Dead center.
Eagle.
Dead center. I'm keeping my Thor at level 4 right now because I'm keeping this account in pro. You know, I don't care what clubs people use in whatever tournament divisions they choose to play. If somebody wants to play pro with Thor 7 or even Thor 8, like, that's all well and good. Like I said, I don't care what clubs people use. But I'm keeping it, I guess, nerfed, keeping it downgraded, just for the purpose of the pro content that I put out for people that have lower level clubs. I mean, there are people to watch that use higher level clubs, like Thor 6, I think, in pro. So for those that have those higher end clubs that are still playing pro, obviously they've got those people they can watch. Yeah, I'm keeping it level 4, just to have a different, I guess, level of clubs utilized in this division. I do plan on eventually moving this account up to expert. I'm not entirely certain when that will be. Hey, what's up, Radu? Appreciate the good luck, man. So then I'll be excited to level it up at that point for sure. Alright, Thor and Sniper and Kingmaker. Let's go. Hole number 9. What are we at? 13? Okay, so we're looking at Eagle for 15. Alba, which I was really close to the Alba on my Sky Pro account, but I think I hit great left. Stupidly. So let's see if we can finish strong with an Alba. And a nice little minus 16. But even a minus 15 will be fine. Alright, so I'm going to start off and I'm going to set up at P0 max. So I'm looking at the blue ring, touching the right rough at P0 max. Switch back to my Kingmaker. I'm going to go 4.5 top, 3 right. And then my adjustment is going to be P0 max plus 10. So I'm going to go 3.2 rings. And then we're going to do max right curl. So I'm basically just looking at the left edge of the ball touching the inner ring of the power circle. And we hit great left, so that's not good. I mean, I think it'll be safe, but it's just going to add well, I guess it's not really going to add that drastic of a difference to my adjustment, because similar to hole 6, I'm actually just looking at a certain reference point, and then I'm going to set up from there. So I'm going to be using the min line again, just like I did on hole 6, and then I'm going to be pushing forward 5 rings, and I'm going to have a certain ring that's going to be touching the rough. Changes my spin configuration, but my adjustment will be the same every time, and my distance was pretty comparable. The only thing that will really be affected is going to be how much side spin I'm going to have to use. So we'll see if we can get this one to drop. Alright, so looking, like I said, looking for the min line. And I'm going to push forward 5 rings, and I want the red ring touching the left rough. And then I'm going to spin, so I'm about a square short. And then I'm doing P1 min plus 5, so I'm going to go 4.5 rings. See if we can hit perfect. Nope, we hit great.
Great shot.
Alright, forget it. Still plenty of clearance to the left, so the rough's not an issue since I'm, setting up 2 rings to the right of it. I think a perfect would have been close at least. If anything, it would have at least burned the edge and given me a better understanding of how to fix my adjustment. That's why I just really hate hitting great, because you can't gauge the margin of error and fix it for next time. So it's kind of basically just a wasted attempt at trying to dial it in when you don't hit perfect. But I think it would definitely be close. So we'll just hopefully have to hit perfect in the opening round and get a better feel for how our adjustment is falling. But again, that was a P1 min plus 5. Red ring touching the left rough, 5 rings past the min line. Kind of favor 1201. And that's more so to be a little bit conservative away from the rough. If you favor 1201, you're going to be bringing the ball more to the right and more back towards you versus more to the left. The rough is obviously to the left, so we want to not push it as far left as you could. So make sure you're at least avoiding 1159. But like I said, favor 1201. Also bringing it back more. While the wind angle is not super tailwind, it's still a slight tailwind, so you're still going to get a slight push forward with the extra carry. And so favoring 1201, bringing it back towards you will also help kind of bring the speed in a little bit better. And it seemed like the speed wasn't terrible.
Great
Again,
shot.
it's hard to gauge it completely when you don't hit perfect, but I think it would have been close.
Nice
But anyway, get all the great balls out of my system now, and we'll just go perfect like crazy on the weekend. So, hey, what's up, Eric? Minus 15 times 3 for pro. Nice, man. That's good. Yeah, I mean, I'll definitely take a minus 15 for now. I'm not gonna be upset by it. It's not gonna be winning anything come weekend time by any means, but for a qualifying round, still figuring stuff out. And again, I as I mentioned at the beginning of the stream, I still kind of feel like I'm a bit behind the curve this week. Yesterday and Monday were crazier than normal, so I didn't really get the looks or time to kind of put into figuring stuff out better. You know, I was able to play still a decent amount of shots, but a lot of it felt rushed, and so it's always hard to really figure things out the best when you're rushing. But I feel like we're at a good point, you know, minus 15. I think going into the opening round, I might be inclined to say my goal would be a 32, but honestly, I think my goal is going to be a 30. So we shot up, you know, minus 15 in the qualifying round. To be able to do that, I think consistently back-to-back nines will be a good gauge of improvement, but for sure come weekend round, I mean, we're definitely going to be needing 34 plus, I feel like. I don't know. Because it's gonna be a low scoring tournament. My best in pro is only at 35, so hopefully I won't pull any unlucky brackets. But anyway, like I said, it's Wednesday, so we still got a lot of week left to figure things out. But I appreciate you guys coming by. Hopefully you guys were able to get some good info from me. Tomorrow, like I said, I plan on streaming a master opening round. Probably about 1 o'clock Eastern, around the same time as today. I think I started a little bit late today, but around 1 o'clock Eastern. So hopefully I'll see you guys then. Otherwise, good luck if you guys are qualifying today. I hope you guys crush it, and good luck in your opening rounds. All right.